Hello. I received some advice that said I should periodically read some of my favorite stories myself. Otherwise, the various social media sites may think that this site is built and run by AI. Hello, my name is Ken, and I am not AI. In the early 2000s, I was a new hospice nurse, having been on the job for less than 6 months. My first visit of the day was a female patient living in a nursing home. We'll call her Hazel. Hazel was in her 60s with a hospice diagnosis of end-stage Alzheimer's disease. I entered Hazel's room and received her sitting on the edge of her bed, awake and alert. I greeted Hazel and introduced myself. I assessed her to be oriented to herself only. In other words, she didn't know where she was, what the date was, or what the time was. As I proceeded with my physical assessment, Hazel started to cry and became very agitated. This isn't unusual behavior for someone with Alzheimer's disease, so I didn't think much of it. Her speech was mostly garbled and nonsensical. But then, after a couple minutes, things changed. Hazel's crying turned to sobbing. I tried comforting her. Hazel, can you tell me what is upsetting you? Now, suddenly, her speech became more coherent. She started stringing together meaningful thoughts. My sister died. Oh, my poor sister, she died. Keep in mind that Hazel continued to sob uncontrollably as she was saying this. It's not uncommon for people with Alzheimer's disease to remember events from their past and even childhood, as if it was happening now. I thought that this might be what was going on with Hazel. I tried unsuccessfully to redirect the conversation to a different topic. Hazel persisted. My sister died. She came and told me she died. I kept trying to console her, and I completed my assessment. After leaving Hazel's room, I went to the nursing station to give report to Hazel's nurse. I told her about the agitation and crying episode. Then I kind of matter-of-factly mentioned the story of Hazel saying that her sister had come to tell her that she had died. The nurse's jaw dropped. She pointed to the other side of the nursing station to a group of 4 or 5 family members and said, "Go tell them what you just told me." It turns out that Hazel's family had just arrived at the facility while I was visiting Hazel. The family had been discussing or debating whether or not to tell Hazel that her sister had died the previous night. The family assured me that nobody had told Hazel about the death. Hazel's sister had died around midnight, and it was now 8:30 a.m., and nobody had said anything to Hazel.